On a crisp morning, in the heart of the city's financial kingdom, where skyscrapers glittered like silver blades, a little girl named Arya Nolan stepped through the towering glass doors of Grand Crest Bank. She looked as out of place as a raindrop in a desert. Her cheeks were dusty, her clothes worn thin, and her trembling fingers held a small, faded bank card, the last thread of hope she had left. Sunlight streamed through the massive windows, but even in all that brightness, Arya seemed like a shadow that had wandered into the wrong world. Suited executives paused mid-stride. Curious eyes followed her. Some faces showed surprise, others judgment. Very few showed kindness. Arya wanted just one thing, to check her balance. If you believe kindness still matters, if you believe second chances can save lives, please like, comment, and subscribe to World of Kindness. Your support helps us spread more light in this world. Arya's journey to this grand bank didn't start with bravery, it started with hunger and fear. She had spent 2 nights wandering the city with only a handful of coins and a torn gray shirt that barely kept out the cold. Her mother, before she passed, had told Arya one thing: keep this card safe. It might help you someday. For years, Arya didn't know what that meant. Days starving and exhausted, she hoped it meant anything. Inside the bank, screens glowed with numbers she didn't understand. Suited workers raced around with papers and coffee. Phones rang endlessly. Every inch of the place screamed wealth and power, and sitting in the center of this buzzing world was Maxwell Grant, one of the city's richest investment giants, confident, untouchable, the kind of man who didn't believe anything small could shake him. Until he noticed Arya. At the customer service counter, Arya quietly slid her worn card forward. Alina, the banker assisting her, froze for a moment, not out of fear, but out of concern for this fragile child standing alone. She offered Arya a gentle smile and guided her toward Maxwell's private terminal, the only machine that could access very old accounts. Arya had no idea who Maxwell was. She just followed, hopeful for the first time in days. Maxwell leaned back, amused. A billionaire checking the balance of a homeless child? He half chuckled at the absurdity, but Arya didn't smile. She stood still, fingers shaking, eyes darting around at the staring crowd. Maxwell slid the card into the machine, and in a single second, the entire room shifted. His smirk vanished, his posture straightened, his eyes widened. He read the number once. Then again, his advisor leaned closer. Alina held her breath. The balance wasn't zero. It wasn't small. It wasn't normal. It was huge, an amount that could change anyone's life. And it belonged to Arya. Years ago, Arya's mother had cared for an aging entrepreneur named Victor Hale at a small community center. Quiet, generous, and with no family of his own, Victor had grown to trust Arya's mother deeply. Without telling her, he created a trust in Arya's name and account designed to grow year after year through investments he set up before he passed. He hoped the money would find Arya exactly when she needed it most. And today it had. Maxwell stared at Arya, stunned. The child he had chuckled at moments earlier was now one of the wealthiest individuals he had ever served. And she didn't even know it. For the first time in a long time, Maxwell felt humbled. He rose from his seat slowly, looking at Arya not with pity, but with deep respect. Alina knelt beside her, explaining softly what the balance meant. As the truth reached Arya, her eyes widened. Tears shimmered in them. The first time in years, she felt something warm inside her chest. She wasn't alone. She wasn't forgotten. Her mother had left her something powerful. The room murmured in awe. Maxwell, known for his pride, gently helped Arya gather her things. He offered her water, food, and promised to assign his most trusted advisors to protect her account until a guardian could be appointed. Arya nodded, overwhelmed but grateful. Sunlight poured through the tall windows as Arya stepped out of the bank, a different girl from the one who entered. The world didn't seem so cold anymore. The sidewalks didn't feel as harsh. The sky looked a little brighter, because now she carried hope. A miracle left behind by love, a future waiting to begin. If this story touched your heart, please remember to support World of Kindness by liking, commenting, and subscribing. Your engagement helps us spread real hope to real people. Before you go, tell us in the comments, What would you do if you discovered a miracle when you least expected it, with that small smile growing on her face? Arya walked into the golden afternoon, her life no longer shaped by fear, but by possibility. Thanks for watching.